Hello, Kate. Welcome. So we are gonna be doing some phobia work together with EFT. So tell me about your phobia, please.
So my phobia is trypophobia, uh, which is a phobia of, it could be objects, it could be plants, it could be patterns with like a really small pattern, like loads of little holes together, or like a very kind of a dense print. Um, yeah.
And when you think about this dance print, what does come to your mind?
Well, straight away when I think about it, it's more like that plant that comes to my head. It's like a plant that's got loads of little, like round, but with loads of little holes next to each
Poppy
other.
seeds, yeah? Poppy
Like
seeds.
looks like a poppy seed, yeah, like a seed, yeah. Mm-hmm.
What's the intensity of it?
8.
8. Okay. And what sort of emotions does it come to you?
It is the I feel it's like disgust, like it's disgusting,
Yes.
and it's kind of physical as well because I can feel it in my body,
Where do you feel it?
in my the top of my abdomen, and going down,
Okay.
and I can feel it in my throat.
Okay. Let's
Hmm.
tap on this to see what's underneath it, yeah? Just go to
Hmm.
the side of your hand. Even though
Even though
I have this phobia
I have dysphobia,
and I feel it in my top of my abdomen and my throat,
and I feel it in top of my abdomen and my throat,
I acknowledge how I feel.
I acknowledge how I feel.
And we are all tapping out together. All right. Even though
Even though
I have this phobia
I have dysphobia
for how many years?
for 25 years, 30,
25 years. Yeah.
can't even remember. Yeah,
Yeah. I acknowledge how I feel.
I acknowledge how I feel.
This is just so disgusting.
It is so disgusting.
Yeah. Even though
Even though
I have this phobia,
I have dysphobia,
I acknowledge how I feel
I acknowledge how I feel
about this dense prints.
about this dense print.
Look like poppy seeds,
Look like poppy seeds,
chia seeds.
chia seeds.
So disgusting.
So disgusting.
Okay, tell me what's happening in your body. Let's do a little tapping on the face as well.
Uh, I feel a sicky feeling.
Okay,
Mm,
okay,
I'm kind of I've got more saliva in my mouth.
okay.
Um, yeah, and it's sometimes when you're about to. I'm not saying that I'm going to vomit, but this is how I start feeling.
Okay, I've got it.
Hmm.
All right. Yeah, such a horrible feeling, isn't it? All these little dots.
Hmm.
They're
Hmm.
everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah, and they on a where are they? I'm kind of thinking snail skin. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
whereas
On the
you kind
plant,
of see them. Yeah.
and now something just popped into my head.
Hmm.
Mm, I remember having dreams like that when I was a child.
Oh, okay.
When I was closing my eyes, I could see those holes,
Oh, okay.
and it was fear.
Fear, fear
Yeah,
of.
like I was scared of something, but I don't really know
Okay,
what caused that fear.
okay.
Um, yeah, but I remember
Loss
like
of love.
closing. yeah, closing my eyes, going to sleep, and seeing
Mm.
those holes, like they were getting bigger or smaller, like close to me.
Okay. Let's feel
Mhm.
those, yeah? Just come on,
Mhm.
close your eyes, see all these holes in front of you. How is that feeling?
Not nice.
Okay.
It's in here.
In your throat, yeah? Okay.
Mhm.
All right. We're not fighting with it, we're just tapping through, just feel it. I want you to even create a little movie around it.
Mhm.
Just see all these poppy seeds in the movie, however you see yourself. Are you sort of holding on to them, or are you looking at them, or maybe seeing them in a little cake?
Mm.
How does it feel when they're in a cake?
Even more kind of disgusting.
Is it
Than
more
before.
disgusting in a cake? Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. So what's the intensity of that movie? Let's put them in a cake then.
Mhm. Still 8.
Still 8, yeah?
Yeah. But I can see myself if I was gonna create a movie. I can see myself as a little girl
Okay. How old?
in a bed, probably about 5.
Okay. What you doing in that movie?
I'm in my bed,
Mm-hmm.
ready to go to sleep,
Mm-hmm.
and it's dark.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on my own,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and then I close my eyes and I can see those holes.
Okay. What's the worst thing those holes can do to you?
See, I don't even know. Um, it just seems very. It just seems very scary. Like, if I'm looking from a perspective of a child, it just feels scary.
Scary holes, yeah?
Like they were going to suck me in a
Oh,
way.
okay. They're gonna suck you in, yeah?
Um, yeah, it's hard to describe. It is like a fear, and it's all very dark, like black and grey, that sort of colours.
Okay. Now I want you to look at that movie from your
Hmm.
current perspective. See your younger self
Hmm.
closing her eyes, all those little dots gonna suck her, yeah?
Hmm.
How is that feeling?
It's not as bad.
Hmm. What's
I don't
different?
know.
Okay. What's different? What's happening?
Um, that I feel less disgusted with it.
Okay. What has changed?
It has the intensity somehow
Mm-hmm.
has changed.
Okay.
It's
I will
probably.
maybe bring in a little cake in front of you. Yeah.
Mhm.
With lots of chia seeds, with poppy seeds. Just kind of see yourself looking at that cake. How is that feeling?
Not as bad as before.
Okay.
Still not appetizing to me,
Okay.
but not as bad.
Okay. It's not gonna suck you in, yeah?
No,
Okay.
no, it's not as scary.
Okay.
Um, it's more that memory keeps coming back of me being a little girl.
Doing closing your eyes, yeah?
Yeah,
Okay.
when I'm in
Looking
bed.
at that movie. Keep looking at that movie. You're closing
Yeah.
your eyes. And every time you close your eyes, you see those little things and you
Hmm.
think they're gonna suck you in. And just feel everything that's happening in your body at the moment, whatever you're feeling. What else is in there? Is it still fear, disgust, or is there anything else?
It's like I want to shout, but I can't.
Hmm.
Not having got a voice.
I didn't hear that.
Like I want to shout,
Okay.
but I can't shout. It's like my voice is gone.
Okay. All right. My voice is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can yawn.
Like I haven't got a, like I've got no power. I've got no voice.
Okay. I cannot shout. I've got no voice. Let's do that a couple of times. I've got no voice.
I've got no voice.
Okay. Is this something that you experienced as a child?
Yeah. My dad always used to say, that was his favourite phrase, that children and fish have no voice, so whatever I said, it didn't matter. That was my dad's favourite.
How do you feel
Favourite
about
saying.
how do you feel about fish scale? You know, the ones that are on top of it. Is it the same feeling that you get?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You got no voice.
Mm-hmm.
I want you to just feel that. You got no voice, just like fish and children. You got no voice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How does that make you feel when you say that?
Sad.
Okay. Where do you feel that sadness?
In my chest.
Okay. I have no voice.
I have no voice.
I'm just like a fish.
Just like a fish.
You doing okay?
Yeah. I got emotional.
Yeah. Let's go through those emotions.
It's like I'm invisible.
Yeah. Okay. You got no voice and you are invisible. How wonderful that is. And you're scared of poppy seeds
Mm-hmm.
as a child, yeah? It's a great childhood. Okay. I have no voice.
I have no voice. No.
I'm invisible
Visible.
and I'm scared of poppy seeds.
And I'm scared of poppy seeds.
And I'm okay.
And I'm okay.
Is that true?
I'm getting emotional.
Okay. It's okay to get emotional. It's okay. Let's let it go. Don't fight it.
Mm-hmm.
Just let go of your emotions. That it has a message for you. Let's go through the emotions together, yeah? What
Mm-hmm.
sort of emotions coming up?
It's this sadness that
Mm-hmm.
I can um, and the feeling that I don't matter.
Okay.
Or
Yeah, we're going so deep now. Okay.
yeah.
All right. My
But
voice.
it doesn't feel too much. It doesn't feel
Okay.
bad. Like, you know.
All right.
Uh,
Let's go
yeah.
through them. I think they're important to kind of release some of that stuff. They might be
Mhm.
masking something different. Like I said earlier, you know, phobias can mask deeper stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right. Look at your movie now.
Mhm.
What's the intensity of that movie?
6.
What is it you see now?
I can see myself sitting on a bed in a dark room,
Oh, it's a dark room as well.
yeah, crying.
Okay. Why are you crying?
Crying for my mum to hug me.
Okay.
For my,
Is it because you are lonely or is it because you
yeah,
are scared of opposites?
because I'm scared of, like, I'm scared of bad dream.
Okay. What sort of bad dreams did you have? Did you have this sort of bad dreams? You know, dance
Yeah.
print, opposites and stuff?
Probably we lived when we were children. We lived in like a very tiny little flat. I shared a bedroom with my sister. That was 2 years younger than me. It was tiny space.
Yeah.
It was tiny. It was like you had no space for yourself.
Okay.
Yeah. But even though it was so tiny, it was like when I was calling for my parents or whatever, it's like they didn't hear me.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You didn't have a voice, did you?
No.
But those things can make noise, poppy seeds.
Mm-hmm. Then the rattling noise, yeah.
Yeah, and you're scared of
Mm-hmm.
that. Is it the
Mm.
rattling noise that scares you?
I don't think it's the noise.
Mhm. What is it?
It's more the look of it.
Look of it. So when you see little things, it scares
Yeah.
you, tiny things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But it's not as scary. It's not as scary anymore.
No, it's not scary anymore.
Mhm. No, not as bad.
But how scary is it
It's
now when you think about poppy seeds?
still not a great, but I don't have this disgusted feeling.
Okay.
That's fine. It's still not a great feeling, but I don't have that.
How would you say what's the intensity now?
Uh, I would say it's still the intensity is still 6, but this disgusting feeling
Okay.
that's gone down to probably 4.
Okay. Let's
That's
go
not that
through all
fine.
the disgusting feeling. Let's release it. What's making it disgusting? Let's have a look at it a little bit more.
Hmm.
What's making it disgusting? Can you explain that to me?
It's very difficult to describe the. It's like it is like somebody's skin a little bit
Okay.
burns. The burns.
Is that, did you see anybody with burns before?
I was burned when I was a child.
How old were you?
5, probably.
How big was the burn?
It was my arm.
Okay. Was it disgusting? Yeah.
Yes, it was horrible and very painful. And I remember going for checkups to the doctors, and they would take the bandage off, rip it off.
Oh my God.
There were days. It was in the 80s.
Okay. What's the intensity of that?
Nobody cared. Nobody cared about me crying.
What's the
Uh,
intensity of that memory? Let's create another memory.
I can smell it. Actually, I can smell
That's the intensity.
7.
Oh, that's big, isn't it?
Yeah, I can smell that blood mixed with that yellow. Is it iodine
Yeah. Yeah.
for antiseptic for the wound? Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, let's go through that. Yeah.
yeah,
I can smell it.
yeah. I can smell it. Yeah.
Yeah. And they
Hmm.
just ripped it off.
They ripped it off.
It was disgusting.
It was disgusting.
Let's go through that. So disgusting.
So disgusting.
It reminds me of
It reminds me of
what?
the holes.
Does it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Are you scared of that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
This is what my skin looked like.
Yeah.
And then when it was healing, I had loads of little dots on my arm. Like it was covered for years.
And you didn't remember that, did you, before?
No.
And it just come to you.
Mhm.
You said you didn't have any memory of that. Interesting, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
There's little dots. Yeah.
Yeah. It was my forearm was covered at the back in those little dots,
Yeah.
probably for 10 years
Yeah. There you go.
from that burn.
That's your chorus.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. How is that feeling now?
It's like a release.
Okay. Good.
But there is Do you know when I said about not being heard?
Mm-hmm.
I remember now when it happened,
Mm-hmm.
I got told off because it was me and my sister messing around in that little tiny flat.
And you lost your voice.
She pushed me on like a heater or something, and that's how I burned my arm.
Wow, that's
And
pain.
I got told off
Yeah.
for
And
that.
it's your voice.
Yeah,
Okay. I lost my voice.
I lost my voice
And I gained a phobia.
and I gained a phobia.
Okay. Let's feel all of those, yeah. Because I burned my arm.
Because I burned my arm.
I lost my voice.
I lost my voice.
And I was blamed.
And I was blamed.
I'm sure my parents were very concerned.
I'm sure my parents were very concerned.
Is that true? Yeah.
They didn't show the concern.
They didn't. But I'm sure they were. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And made me believe that I didn't have a voice.
And it made me believe I didn't have a voice.
And every time I closed my eyes,
And every time I closed my eyes,
I could see those little dots.
I can see those little dots.
I remember that I didn't have a voice.
And I remember I did have a voice.
And they are so disgusting.
And they are so disgusting.
No matter how disgusting they are, I cannot call anybody.
No matter how disgusting they are, I cannot call anybody.
Okay. And let's have a look at your burn arm movie. What's the intensity of it when you look at it now? Don't close your eyes. Put it on the wall and have a look at it.
4.
Okay. What is it you see when you look at it?
I can see myself and my sister
Mm-hmm.
standing next to that heater or whatever it was.
Okay.
And that disgusting arm. Oh, the skin.
Skin. Yeah. Okay. That disgusting arm.
Mm-hmm.
Disgusting arm. Yeah. Like the
Disgusting.
poppy seeds, the
Yeah.
skins. Disgusting.
Yeah. Like the blisters, like
Yeah.
one next to the holes, the
Yeah.
blisters.
So many blisters.
So many blisters.
I was so disgusted with my arm.
I was so disgusted with my arm.
Even when I closed my eyes, I could see them.
Even when I closed my eyes, I could see them.
And what happened to you because of that?
Yeah. Now I can. I just kept getting like flashbacks. I'm trying to answer a question, but I can see things like I can see those blisters now,
Yeah,
like one next to the other. Like
yeah. And how do you feel about them?
they look like those holes.
Yeah. So disgusting.
Disgusting.
Yeah. So did you reject your arm? Did you reject your body? What did you do?
I did, yeah. I just all I feel was the all I remember most of the time was the pain.
Mm. Okay. So much pain.
Yeah, and nobody paying attention to the fact that it was actually painful.
Yeah.
To have those dressing changed.
Yeah. Okay. So you were almost abandoned, and you also abandoned your arm in a way,
Mm.
didn't you? And you
Yes.
were scared.
Yeah.
You didn't understand it. And how do you feel when you look at your movie, seeing your younger self going through that? If that was your child, let's say, how would you feel?
Very lonely, abandoned. rejected.
Hmm. But you also rejected yourself.
Yeah, and not taken seriously enough.
Okay.
Like I was making stuff up, but it was actually really painful.
I'm sure it was very painful, no doubt about that. You burn yourself at the end of the day.
Mm.
Yeah. Keep
Yeah.
looking at that movie on the wall and keep
Okay.
telling me what's happening in there.
Like I'm standing in like nurse's room,
Hmm.
and she's taking scissors to take the bandage off to
Hmm.
cut through it.
Okay.
But I'm on my own. I'm sure I went with my parents. I'm sure I didn't go on my own as a 5-year-old. But I can't see anybody else. Just like it's just me
Okay.
and that nurse.
Okay.
Um, and her opening that bandage and ripping that dressing off that was underneath
Yeah.
with my skin.
Yeah. More painful than anything, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very
So painful.
so painful.
And nobody understands how painful it is.
Nobody would understand how painful it is.
So cruel.
So cruel.
So disgusting.
So disgusting.
Now that I cannot even look at little bits like that, it disgusts me.
No, I can't even look at little bits like that.
Anything that reminds me of my scars,
Second, sorry.
anything that reminds me of my scars, my
Mm-hmm.
burn,
Anything that reminds me of my scars.
it's just disgusts me.
It just disgusts me.
Yeah. How are you doing?
Good, actually. Yeah.
Good. Where's the
Um,
intensity?
yeah, it's disgusting. It's almost gone. That disgusting. That feeling of disgust is gone. I
What
would say it's true now.
is it, the movies too? The burn arm movie?
Yeah, that's the intensity of that's gone has gone down as well.
Two, would you say? Yeah.
3.
Three? Okay. Disgusting is two, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What else do you see in your movie when you look at it?
I can just see this little girl that it's me.
Hmm. What was
Uh,
three or two? What is it? Why is it still up your file emotional charge? I want you to have a look at that.
mm,
What needs to happen to release that?
I think because I feel lonely.
Okay.
Uh, and it's like I needed some kind of emotional support,
Okay.
but I didn't get that.
Yeah. As a
That's
yeah. You didn't get that at all, did you?
no,
Yeah.
no, I didn't get a cuddle, or I didn't sit on my mum's or dad's lap when they were changing the dressings. It was just me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get this emotional. I'm guessing those emotional needs
Yeah.
were not met.
Yeah. And what happened as a result of that? Did it make you stronger, maybe? What happened?
Yeah, it made me hide my emotions.
Oh,
Yeah, for a long time.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah,
Let's,
I found it very difficult to express my emotions.
okay.
So I'm guessing now it kind of makes sense when we're looking at it. Like I wasn't able to express myself, or I wasn't heard.
Yeah,
I just didn't see a point in it.
okay.
Yeah,
Maybe,
that. Yeah,
yeah. Maybe it was same for your parents. They didn't have that, so they couldn't express emotions as well, but maybe
yeah,
something that runs in the family. Is
mm,
that a possibility? Yeah.
yeah, yeah. I'm sure that runs in the family.
Okay.
Um,
All right.
and it is something that I spoke to my mum about.
Yeah. So what's the intensity of the burn arm movie now? What do you see when you look at it?
It is sad and lonely, but it's not triggering.
Okay.
It's yeah, I would say it's two.
Okay.
It's going down every time I kind of look at it, it's going down.
What about the puppies? Let's go back to the puppies. How is that
Mhm.
now? Think about the puppies, puppy
Mhm.
cakes and everything. How is that feeling?
I can imagine it now. I can imagine it without not wanting to think about it, like stopping myself from thinking about it. I can now imagine it. Okay, it's not the best thing, but it's not eight.
What is it now?
I would say maybe two, or even yeah, that's gone down quite a lot. That's amazing. I
Yeah,
don't have that lump in my throat.
yeah. All that stuff. You had to go through that by yourself, 5 year old. It's a big thing, isn't it? When you think
Mm,
really big. Okay, let's think about the other stuff then. The
yeah.
bits that you mentioned, sort of like the snake skin. How is that feeling when you think about those?
Snakes is that's okay. Uh, the frog is better because when you said a frog, I
Hmm.
thought, oh, frog. Frog is like one now, no problem.
Okay. Anything
Um,
else?
I'm going to test myself later and Google some pictures of holes.
Anything else? The frogs, the
The
snake.
poppy seed thing, that was the most triggering.
Which one?
The poppy seed, maybe because it kind of reminds me of home when I was a child. Maybe that's why it was so triggering. Uh,
Also the bits on your arm, is
yeah, yeah. So
it?
maybe that's, yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know how I put that together, my arm with the baby, probably the blisters, because I was covered. I was like a frog,
Yeah,
actually.
little dots. You mentioned little dots. Let's do
Yeah,
the
I've
little.
had those dots for ages. They've gone now, but I've got like a scar.
Yeah, let's do
Yeah.
that.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't like these little dots.
I still don't like this
It
little
still
dots.
reminds me of my burned arm,
Still reminds me of my burned arm,
and I'm okay.
and I'm okay.
I'm not a 5 year old anymore,
I'm not a 5-year-old anymore,
and my arm is no longer hurting,
and my arm is no longer hurting,
and I don't have those little bits.
and I don't have those little bits.
So maybe I don't need to be so, what should I say, afraid or disgusted of poppy seeds.
Maybe I don't need to be so afraid, disgusted of prophecies.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I can be free from this phobia.
Maybe I can be free from this phobia.
Is there any kind of what ifs coming up, or is it okay?
No, it's okay. It feels okay.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I deserve to overcome this phobia.
I deserve to overcome this phobia.
How is that feeling?
Good.
Do you deserve it? It is safe
The
from your,
deserving thing, kind of the deserving, like probably linked to something there.
yeah,
Um, yeah, the deserving.
let's do that. I deserve to overcome this phobia.
I deserve to overcome this phobia.
It was already so painful.
It was already so painful.
It doesn't need to be more, you know, painful anymore.
It doesn't need to be so painful anymore.
Yeah. I can be free from this.
I can't be freed from this.
Is that true? Yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's
give
very
myself a permission to be free from this.
I give myself a permission to be free from this.
Is that a yes?
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
Okay. I deserve to overcome this.
I deserve to overcome this.
It is safe for me to overcome this.
It is safe for me to overcome this.
How is that feeling? Yeah.
Freeing.
Okay. So when you think about poppy seeds, how does it feel now?
Fine.
Nothing?
I don't have this feeling. This is so weird.
Good for you. That's good.
Yeah.
And you carried that like 25 years, yeah?
Yeah, but probably more than that. I'm 41 now, and that happened when I was
So
five.
much longer than that. How many years is that? Oh my God. 35, 36 years. You carry that. And it could be that simple. Just
Yeah. But I never noticed that when I guess when I was a child, I never really looked at that. Only probably like years ago. So I actually hate that.
yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, let's go to the top of
Yeah.
the bed. Take a deep breath and just let go. Let go of this poppy seeds, all the bits and pieces. We don't need that anymore. You're not a 5-year-old anymore. You can let it go. And thank you. That was amazing.
Thank
You.
you.